Welcome to New Mills, a town full of industrial history, dramatic landscapes and some surprisingly peaceful corners. My walk today begins and ends at Mills Newtown Station, a perfect starting point for exploring this part of the Peak District. From the station, the route first passes the well-known Swizzels matlow factory, one of the longest running sweet factories in the UK, home of love hearts, drumsticks and all kinds of nostalgic favourites. The smell of sweets drifting through the town is practically a landmark on its own. Swizzels Matlow was founded in 1928 in London, originally as Matlow Brothers Limited, making jelly sweets. During the Blitz, the firm relocated to the then disused mill you see here today. It remains a major employer to this day. After crossing the canal, we make our way up Victoria Street, heading towards our new local favourite, Arlo's Cafe, a great spot for coffee and a quick break before heading up toward New Mills Marina. From there, we follow the Peak Forest Canal, a quiet little basin lined with narrow boats and surrounded by greenery. It's a peaceful stretch and a nice contrast to the steep valleys that New Mills is famous for. The canal was first authorised in 1794 and completed around 1800. This waterway was key to moving limestone from Derbyshire quarries into the towns, a really important artery for the industrial age. Leaving the canal, the path drops steeply down towards the River Goit, crossing over a small bridge and joining part of the Midshire's Way, a long-distance trail that passes right through the town's dramatic gorge. The name Goit likely comes from Old English meaning a steep stream, very fitting for the steep, fast-flowing Tors Gorge section. If you follow the Goit upstream into the valley, you'd eventually reach Irwood and Ferneley reservoirs. When these were built in the 20th century, part of the hamlet of Goit's Bridge were flooded and now lie underwater, a submerged piece of Peak District history.
Keep going then, keep going. Good.
One of the highlights here is the impressive railway viaduct, towering above the river, an iconic piece of Victorian engineering that still carries trains through the valley today.
Keep going.
Not far beyond the viaduct is the historic area around Old Mill Lead. This part of the valley is full of atmospheric remains from New Mill's industrial past. Stone walls, old foundations and fragments of former mills that once used the power of the fast-flowing river. It's a reminder of how important water power was to early industry here. Alongside these ruins sits New Mill's modern contribution to renewable energy, the Community Hydro Scheme, a small but innovative installation that uses the river's flow to generate electricity for the town. It's a nice example of historic and modern engineering side by side. Climbing groups take advantage of the rock face here, a popular spot. From here, the path leads onto the striking Millennium Walkway, a steel walkway suspended above the gorge, offering incredible views of the tors below. Walking along it feels like floating over the river. At the far end of the bridge, there's a perfect place to pause, the Tor Vale Tap. It's a really nice pub located in the historic Tor Vale Mill building. It's just a few steps from the walkway, ideal for a break before heading on. The Tor Vale Mill itself is Grade 2 listed and dates back to the 1780s. Although no longer an industrial operation, the building has found use as a wedding venue, holiday accommodation and retail, and of course, the pub. After that, the route follows the River Goit once more, following the Midshire's Way. The River Goit is a surprisingly important river for its size. It powered the earliest mills of New Mills, helping drive the Industrial Revolution right here in the gorge. The valley itself was carved through 300 million year old gritstone, which is why the cliffs rise so dramatically on both sides. The Goit is also one of the two rivers that form the River Mersey, so this small fast-flowing stream is part of one of the North West's major river systems. Upstream, its waters fill the Ferny Lee and Irwood reservoirs, beneath which lies the drowned hamlet of Goit's Bridge. Despite its industrial past, the river is now home to trout and other wildlife, making this section a mix of nature, geology and history all at once. Looping back to the canal, we begin the final stretch of the walk. By the mid-20th century, the canal was in decline and at risk of closure. In the 1960s, local volunteers and canal enthusiasts stepped in to repair towpaths, clear debris and campaign for preservation. Their efforts eventually helped secure its future as a leisure waterway rather than an industrial one. By the 1980s, it had transformed from an overgrown, little-used waterway into a popular route for walkers, cyclists and narrowboats. The Peak Forest Canal forms one section of the famous Cheshire Ring, a circular journey of about 97 miles. That's a major attraction for narrowboat holidays. This modern recreational use is one of the reasons the canal is now so well maintained. New Mills Newtown Station opened in 1857. It was built on the Stockport, Disley and Whaley Bridge Railway, which later became part of the London and North Western Railway. Today you can catch trains running between Manchester and Buxton. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.